What's going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and today on the bench we have my wife's Land Rover Defender 90, aka the clamshell. This thing right here is an Axial SCX10 that I have customized the wheelbase for a short wheelbase so it'll fit this. It's just a really great little truck. It is running a unique setup. Something that my buddy Jared kind of turned me on to, but I used a different transmission setup. Basically, it has a rear-mounted motor, so the motor is in the back on this one. However, it still uses an Axial SCX10 transmission. Here, how about I just pop it up there and show you guys? So you can kind of see there is the transmission. However, there's no spur gear. I've got that spur gear removed in true ESP fashion, and there's a drive shaft running back, okay? Well, that drive shaft runs back to an R2 transmission from RC 4-wheel drive. Really don't know if you guys can see that well, but it's basically got a Torquemaster, a 27-turn Torquemaster mounted up in there, and it's super low geared. Very low geared. This thing's been running for quite a while now, but it needs some tuning. It has one of the drive shafts is a little bit too steep of an angle, so it needs to sit a little lower. When it sits low, it's fine. When it sits up high, it gets a little thing going from the drive shaft. So what I'm gonna do is take it apart to fix that stuff, but in the process I figure, you know what, we might as well go ahead and take this motor out. It's been ran for quite a while now. This thing's ran through G6. It's been down at Axial Fest. It's been a lot of places. It's had a lot of dust blowing around on it and everything. And I'm going to go ahead and pop the motor out, and we'll kind of inspect it, see if it needs any servicing. We might even take the motor apart and just kind of check out the comm, make sure the comm doesn't need any servicing. If it does, maybe I'll send it back to Holmes Hobbies and have a comm cut. I don't have a lathe here, otherwise I'd probably cut it here. And we'll probably have to go ahead and order up some brushes, that way we can replace the brushes on this motor, because I have a feeling they're overdue. So let's go ahead and get this thing taken apart. There we go. Body's off. Alright, so there we go, you guys. We've got the body off, and you can see it's a pretty basic layout. Super simple, super clean, easy. The battery will go right up front here, so you can add as big a one as you want, to add as much weight as you want. The transmission is in a traditional layout, except for I don't have the traditional spur gear. I have it shafted to an R2 RC 4-wheel drive transmission, which has the clear face mount there so you can see the gears inside. It's just a really simple layout, really easy. It's very low geared though, so you cannot really expect, I mean, it takes a lot, both hands and turning the wheels to try to get this to turn. So it's not something that's for high-speed action or anything like that. It is very low geared. So anyways, what we're going to do is remove this motor. Alright, you guys, so we have the motor out here, and this is some of the craziest pinion wear I've ever seen. It's really, I mean, I've seen pinions completely worn out, sharpened, destroyed, and all that, but this is like very weird. It's like rounded. Just, yeah, so this pinion's done. It's the end of that one. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and take a look inside of the motor. Now keep in mind, I've never done this before. I'll go ahead and zoom it in, give you guys a better look. I can visually see there's some wear on the comm from here, so let's see if I can get this where you guys can see that. Can you see inside there where the comm is? You can see that there's some wear in there already. Right? So it's not that bad yet, but I don't know what to compare it to because I'm still new at that. So we're going to go ahead and pull the brushes out and see how long they are. And then yeah, we'll just check everything out. I think you take the whole hood off. I feel horrible, like, you know, that I've never done this before, like people are going to be disappointed, but in all honesty, I've told you guys since the beginning that I'm going to learn brush motors with you because I don't know them that well. I've always just been after brushless. I mean, when I was a kid, I ran brush motors, but I wasn't hardcore with the racing, so I didn't really care that much. And this type of stuff didn't exist, you know, but... Alright, oh, there we go. Alright. Oh, wow, you can definitely see the carbon, I'm guessing, from all the brushes. Let me zoom in on this. Alright, so you can definitely see now there is a tremendous amount of carbon buildup in there from brush wear. I mean, just a ton of buildup. It's even, I mean, it's all over. Now, if anything, we're going to go ahead and clean all that out. Oh, I just popped that brush all the way through. I must have hit the spring. Well, I guess we can go ahead and pull those out. Alright, so this here is the brush, you guys. For those of you that are new to brush motors like I am, this is a brush, and when I pull it out, that spring is going to want to slide in, and I don't want it to go all crazy, so I'm going to go ahead and just stick this right there for now to keep it from going anywhere. Hopefully, when I pull this out, it'll just stop it. There we go. Alright, so there is our brush, and we can go ahead and inspect that. You can see the wear from the comb, where it meets the comb. It creates like an angle basically. And I don't know how, I think it's supposed to be no longer than, or no shorter than like half the length it originally was. I do see it looks like some burning on the side of that though. And I don't know what that means. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to talk to John and really ask him what all this means, because he's the expert and I'm very much still learning. So I don't want to run this if it's not good anymore. So most likely I need to replace those brushes, and I don't have any here today. So we're going to go ahead and pull the other one out and inspect it as well. Whoop. Oh, I see. The brushes stop right there, so we're good. Let's pull this other one out. So here's the other one. The other one looks to be about the same shape. I see some what looks like crust almost on the end there. I don't know if that's from it breaking apart or what, but I would say these brushes definitely need to be replaced at this point. So we're going to go ahead and get some more brushes on the way, and until then I think I'm just going to install a different motor for now, or that way I can still run this. So that's it for the brushes. You can see they clearly need some love. I need to replace them. However, I do believe that the comb is in decent shape. No, I think the comb would benefit from a cut as well. So let me show you guys this. I'm going to zoom in on the comb here. So there we can see the comb, and it I think it would definitely benefit from a cut. You can see the scoring all the way around. The motor's pretty dirty as well. I really wish I had a lathe here so I could check it out myself. Now let's go ahead just to see. Let's go ahead and pull the pinion off of here because it's no good anyways. And I just want to pop this out and visually inspect it. I don't know how I'm supposed to. There we go. So now we can look inside of the can, and oh man, see, alright, so here we go. For those of you that are wondering about water, right, and you don't think anyone can tell if you've been running your motor in water, you see that right there? You see that? Yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, is rust. Okay? That's rust. That's what happens when you don't get it all sprayed out. That is straight rust right there. Oh man. Now let's look inside the can. You see inside the can? Inside there? Look at that. That's rust. And you know what? I already know most likely what that's from. I sprayed it off the other night in the yard with the hose and forgot to air it out afterwards. And it got dark and probably did not dry in the sunlight. So there we go. That's what happens. And you don't want that. These are not cheap motors. You don't want that to happen. So this isn't good for me. I don't like that at all. So this is what not taking care of your motors looks like. Now this is in my wife's ride, so I kind of expected some damage anyways. However, I'm pretty sure that that damage right there is from me washing the truck with the hose and letting that hard water sit inside of there. So yeah, don't do that, guys. It's not worth it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this put back together and contact Holmes Hobbies and see what I can do about getting this serviced, getting the comm cut and all that there. They do a full service there for people that don't have a comm or the ability to do all this themselves at home. You can send your motors in and they will actually go ahead and take care of that for you. I do not know the cost on it. I'm going to find out, but this is definitely a motor that's ready for... Oh, and there's washers in there. Don't want to move those around too much. This is definitely a motor that's ready for service. So, alright. So there we have it, folks. That is the Torquemaster Sport. It's a 27 turn. This is a machine wound motor, not a hand wound motor. You can tell when you look at the winds there. So this is the motor I run in this bad boy normally. I might switch it out for the time being for a 21 turn Trailmaster Sport just to get the wife back in the game. And yeah, so anyways, you guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to check out Holmes Hobbies for yourself. The link is always in the description. They have plenty of motors, ESCs. They've got all kinds of awesome drivetrain parts such as spools and extended out drives and all kinds of cool things. So anyways, go check them out, you guys. Let them know ESP sent you. I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you on the trails. Peace and chicken grease. Yeah.